Here we go. Once again, hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Saturday Night Stream. I have considered a number of options as to what we can play out tonight, and have ultimately decided to stop on Wasted, because as noted previously, it's a pretty good Fallout 3 parody, and a pretty solid game besides that. By the way, a little bit of an off comment new around. You'll need to remind me a bit later as to how can I search in Twitch by category, because unfortunately I have forgotten how to do that. Embarrassing, I know. But what can you do? Now then, let's pull up the game itself and we can continue where we left off last time. Hopefully you've caught up on that previous stream as well. Oh, and that also reminds me. I have started downloading this week's streams and will most likely turn my YouTube channel into the VODs archive channel for that purpose. Yeah, most likely on browser. And just give me a moment before the game starts. Hopefully the software will be able to pick it up. And sometimes I just trip over my own words. Unfortunately, the week of relative coolness is passing. Soon the temperature will be back up to 35 degrees Celsius during the day. It was fun while it lasted, but hey, what can you do? Okay, once again, apparently the game decided to just close itself. So let's give it a try one more time. No idea why I did that when it worked nice previously. Huh. It did it again, huh? Looks like I'm gonna need to reinstall it. Because if it decided to do that, something's definitely a bit wrong. Now, what backup plans do we have here? We can play something a little lighter, like, say, Isle of Arrows, or I suppose... no. Oh, of course I'm not gonna torment you by playing Might and Magic Heroes 7. Or myself, for that matter. But we do have a couple of city builders that we can try out for tonight. I'm just gonna need to change the category to them. Now, where are you? Ah, there we go. Against the Storm, my beloved. That should do nicely. Let me just quickly change the category of the game. And we can begin. Yep, there it is. Against the Storm. Give it a moment, hopefully. Otherwise, I will be very... not disappointed, but puzzled. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Also adjust my microphone a little bit so that I am not yelling. into the void. There we go. The game is indeed launching, and hopefully you can see it. Maybe. There we go. Let me just change the game language from Russian to English. Now, what was that option about Twitch integration? If you stream via Twitch, you can use Against the Storm's Twitch integration and invite your viewers to actively participate in your games. Currently, there are two main Twitch integration features. Cornerstone, Blueprint, Order, Caravan, and Newcomer voting. Requires affiliate or partner status, so we can scratch out that one. Forest Guardians versus Council of Elders chat minigame. Sure, give me a moment to go about that. Just so we have it on tap, so to speak. Alright, that's done. Now back to it. Yeah, that's a thing for a lot of games as of late. Would be a bit awkward whenever Masai goes down under, but you haven't heard that from me. Royal resupply. Caravan wagons. Vision embarkation range are increased by 2 until your next settlement. Supply package, 4 reserve embarkation points, or obsidian box, 5 seal fragments. Let's go with caravan wagons. As for where will we embark? Barren lands, forests, corrosive torrent. How about we step by over... We need to make our way towards flooded mines, which means our next settlement should be right over here, in Royal Woodlands. Difficulty veteran. What do we have in terms of conditions? There's the gift of the woodlands. Trees give more wood. 1 positive effect, and of course there will be 4 negative ones as the game progresses. I think for this one I'm gonna go with foxes and beavers as our starting settlers. Plus indeterminate amount. Obviously I'm gonna take a small farm. As well as planks and eggs. Should be good enough. Don't know if you can hear it, but that's just my dog barking outside. Sometimes she just gets excited and starts talking to the neighbor's dogs. Okay, what do I have here? Drizzle anomaly. 15 drizzle water per minute during the drizzle. And for the negative effects we got... There's the looming darkness. Creeping shadows. -10 global resolve for 3 minutes. Aura of fear. During the storm, all species resolve drops 100% faster. That's nasty. Hailstorm, that one's deadly. Plus 5% chance of perishing every 15 seconds. And Cloudburst. Once this effect activates, every villager in your settlement will ask you for 1 coat. If you can't provide the goods, global resolve will be lowered by -6 for 2 minutes. So we will need to lean into coat producing. Let's see what our starting buildings are. Brickyard, weaver, workshop, and clay pit. Honestly, you can't go wrong with the workshop. It's pretty solid. What else do we got? Grill, leather worker, furnace, and rain mill. Considering we already have a small farm, a rain mill can work out just fine. And last but not least, what do we have? Carpenter, druid's hut, advanced rain collector, and press. Ooh, that oil is pretty tempting. Especially oil from the druid's hut as well. However, we still need to put that flour to use, either through cookies or through pies. Let's try a reroll. Smelter, there we go, biscuits, stamping mill, provisioner, and forester's hut. Let's go with smelter. There's the biscuits, plus training gear and copper bars. And God knows we will need copper to get those pipes made. See? Right there. There's... oh, that's clay deposit. But we can also get copper from that. Where was it? First of all, Stonecutter's Camp, then... always forget, that one should be Forager's Camp. Anything else we got over here? Does not seem like it. We can bust at least these two groves, then provided we'll have resources saved up, we can move towards this glade. Oh, and of course, let's get some paths ready. Alright, people, get to it. The beavers will, of course, need only planks to make it happen. We've got 3 of them. And each beaver house can only accommodate 2 residents. The foxes are a bit trickier because they require planks and crystal ore to get working. Oh, and I almost forgot. Woodcutter's Camp. That should be our cornerstone. Yeah, this should be good. There we go, our first cornerstone. Fiber delivery line, blood price contract. Gain 10 amber every time a villager dies or leaves. Trade negotiations. Trade routes are worth 1 more amber. Doesn't apply to routes already in progress. Or Fiery Wrath. Resources you sacrifice in the Ancient Hearth burn 5% longer for every impatience point you have. Tempting, but I think I'm gonna go with trade negotiations for this one. Now, you say you remember this game as if it wasn't all over the strategy game news about 1 or 2 years ago. 1 year ago, when it finally came out of early access. Might as well add some gameplay. Master gameplay volume up. Like so. Couple of orders. What do we have? Funding the expedition, 10 planks. Wood delivery, 35 wood, and timed quest, 14 Foxes Resolve. That one, not sure I'm gonna be able to make. Remember how I said I was going to rethink my strat for you? Yeah, I think I remember that. While I do have blanks, and we'll get other tier 2 resources out of them, as well as some parts, I am actually leaning more towards wood delivery, because extra 2 villagers will be decent at the start. Clearing glades, complete any 2 glade events, and deliver 3 pack of building materials. Alternatively, complete 2 trade routes with an offer multiplier of 2 or higher. Now that one I haven't encountered yet. I think I'm gonna try and go for that one. And final order, for now we got beginner engineer. We need 1 geyser pump, or the pack. Keep Fox's Resolve above 13 for 30 seconds. I was introducing you to new people. I know someone who played this game a while ago. That would be nice. I think I'm gonna go for beginner engineer for this one. Should be good enough. Now let's consider our options. What I'm thinking of, since we got the planks, we can make a shelter, which will house all of our people right now. Might not be the most optimal housing, but it is pretty big. And I took the planks specifically for that. After that, well, once we have people from completing that order, we can start thinking of getting the field kitchen up and running. Oh, but for that, we'll also need the workstation, so we can make some fabric. Like so. Looks... yeah, everything is progressing good so far. As far as I can tell. I may be a little bit rusty, because I haven't played this game for a little bit, but hey, I still remember the basics, and I did play it fairly well back in the day. Almost there for the food delivery. And that is fine. There we go. Everyone now has a roof over their heads. Alright. That's the second season clearance. And after that will be the storm. Okay. What do we got? Provisioner, clothier. Okay, that one is the one we need to be on the lookout for. Manufactory or Big Trapper's Camp. Considering our endgame modifiers, I'm gonna go with Clothier. Especially because we can also produce water skins, and we will have all 3 water types used up in production. Looks like we get 2 more beavers out of this. And just enough for a beaver house. got leather to work with for fabric, bricks, and one more into the forager's camp. So far, it works as intended. By the time we can make it happen, let's also consider our next option. So, provided there will be fertile land in this glade, we can put a farm there and finally start producing first flour through the grain mill, and of course biscuits with a smelter. Now let's just stock up a little bit more fabric, and then we can switch over from the makeshift workstation over to the workshop. That should be good. Then once we can start producing whatever resources we have available to us, well, ideally we need to start producing all of the available resources, because you never know what trade offers will come our way. Of course, all in service of getting us trade routes with multiplier 2. Those will be needed. Other than that, as is befitting of a roguelite game, we just go with the flow and see what cards were dealt. Oh, never mind, we got us some fertile soil right off the bat, plus some slick shell brood mothers, and moss broccoli patch, plus of course some new people. We'll meet and greet. 1 fox and 1 lizard, huh? Well, the lizard can obviously work on the meat job, specifically out in the trapper's camp. What can we use to welcome them? We can use the berries. Let's do a little switcheroo. You are currently out. And off you go. Hopefully... Actually... We're gonna be doing this right as the storm hits. Might not be the best choice. But then again... well. We'll be able to gather some roots beforehand, so... that should work out just fine. You can just cut down those trees in the meantime. The lizards in this game are pretty nice. They are on the low maintenance side, from what I recall. They do like sparring. You can satisfy them by providing training equipment and generally building things like Explorations Guild and Clan Hall. A little bit of a hit to our resolve, but It's manageable. That was to be expected. Also the reason why I didn't go for that camp immediately. Now, do we have enough building materials now? We don't. Not yet. Let's prioritize this a little bit. You can stop making planks. Focus on fabric and bricks. Cold-blooded means less food consumed? I suppose so. They do love their meats. The jerkies, the shish kebab. And they do love working with heat-related or meat-related jobs. Unsurprisingly, beavers excel with wood-related jobs, and the foxes, as noted here, have a specialization with comfortable... They have a proficiency with forest-related jobs like exploration, and they're comfortable with working jobs related to rainwater, so that pump we'll install will be a prime job spot for them. Alright, there we go. Rain over. Who do we get in the first newcomer caravan? 1 beaver, 1 lizard. Along with 12 roots and reed. Tempting. 1 lizard, 2 beavers with 18 clay. I'm gonna go for that one. Especially considering... once you are done... Oh, and of course, another cornerstone. Protected trade. Hostility is reduced by 15 points every time you sell goods worth 30 amber, but complex food needs grant 1 less resolve point. Farsight. Discovering a small glade increases the working speed of scouts investigating dangerous or forbidden glade events by 50% for 180 seconds. Woodpecker technique. Gain 2 insects every time woodcutters cut down a tree during the storm. Mushroom seedlings. All farms can plant mushrooms on farm fields during drizzle season. Drizzle, I'm guessing, is right now. That is tempting. But I think I'm gonna go for protected trade. Now, once that fox is done gathering the roots, drop them off. I am a major micromanager, or a bit of a major micromanager myself. There we go, full work team. Now we can welcome the newcomers with berries. You can be moved up. There's the lizard house. Takes fabric and bricks to build. Come on, Grandpa, hurry up. Mushroom, mushroom, we're rich. Mushroom, mushroom, shut it. Get back to work. By the way, I am liking this new trend of making beavers essentially a subtype of dwarves when there are no humans present in this fantasy setting. If I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels. Looking at you, Timberborn. Which isn't a lot, but it's nice that it happened twice. Yeah, fits so well. Other fantasy races in here will shockingly include humans as well, plus harpies. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you ask, we can only have up to 3 races present during colony building. Okay, we got our new people. That means we now have 4 homeless people. And do we have enough material saved up for that workshop? We do, in fact, have. Short, hairy, like to build, live in holes made of dirt. Oh, come on now. In this case, they like to have their homes built out of sturdy wood. Look at it. That's not a grudging yet. But if this will continue, I will put you up for inclusion in that. There's our 2 new orders. What do we got? Beaver influx for 50 roots. 50 roots, and we get 5 beavers, 10 planks, and 15 ale. Or fighting the storm. We need 1 blight post and 30 purging fire saved up. We'll get some more purging fire, crate of sea marrow for fuel, and 5 parts. Considering we are establishing our industry, blight is bound to pop up, so I'm taking that one. As for our second order, profit margin, complete 3 trade routes worth at least 6 amber each, and will get us a supplier, 20 amber pouches and 30 porridge, or fox influx, deliver 50 herbs and get 5 foxes, 25 porridge, and 20 tea. I'll go with profit margin. That you no longer need to cut down. And that crude workstation can be torn down. We still got a little bit of clay deposits left. What do we got here? Flax field and an abandoned cache. If we break it open, will get us 20 ale and 20 flour, and if we send it back, this will need tools. Do we have tools, by the way? I don't think we do. So, and we cannot crack it open yet. We got neither stone, sea marrow, or trading gear. We can leave it be for now. Let's get one more beaver house after we get our planks done. That should reduce the overall number of homeless people. And as discussed, we'll need to put up the field kitchen. Somewhere over here. No, maybe actually here. That would be much better. Flax will of course give us the fibers. Maybe a little bit of clay and insects. And fibers of course can be turned into fabric. While we are waiting. Yep, there we go. Stonecutter's camp has no deposits nearby, which means we can finally tear it down. go. I love to surround my hearth and main warehouse with roads. First, it's pretty, and secondly, it allows everyone to go around that much faster. Now, what was I going to... Ah, right. Trading post. We can place it somewhere... somewhere there. Now, what recipes do we have? We got jerky. And jerky, as I mentioned, is liked by lizards. We got porridge, which is made out of grain and any of the charged water. There's the biscuits, made out of flour and herbs, roots, or berries. And there's the pickled goods, which beavers like. Beavers also like biscuits. And ooh, looks like lizards like pickled goods as well. Everyone, in fact, likes pickled goods. Which means we are definitely going to need water skin production up and running. Now, where was it? There, clothier. I like how it all comes out. As it stands, we just need more people. And then we are golden. I'll shift it around like that. Yep, I was holding myself back from saying specifically that turn of phrase. And we got a set of first trader, Jorg. I got everything you need, and if I don't have it, you don't need it. He is mainly offering foodstuffs, with a side order of bricks. But right now, I am interested in his obsidian sickles, but we don't have enough amber for that just yet. What else do you have? Beneficial agreement, traders arrive 15% quicker. Rich in fiber, +1 to plant fiber production, and the blueprints for herb garden, for growing roots and herbs. I will consider your options. A little bit behind in the beaver house, but I will plop it down nonetheless. Just so we have it prepared. And sometimes my cat likes to sit on the window on the other side, of course. He's just curious, because I won't let him in. Because whenever he's in here, he always goes for the kitchen and always scopes out what to steal from edible stuff. Now, what trade routes do we have at the moment? Let us see. Ah, of course, we'll also need a packs of provisions to send out stuff. Okay, sea marrow, stone, jerky, stone, pipes and pigments, leather, building materials, oil, luxury goods, pickled goods, and flour, but that one, of course... only if we make more pickled goods. First things first, water skins. What do we need? We need leather, and we need meat. That means we are no longer using leather to produce fabric. And we are definitely setting up that trapper's camp right away. Alongside that small farm as well. And fine, before you leave, how much amber do we have at the moment? Let me think. I'm gonna trade all of our copper ore for 672. 5. There, 6.25. Now, I'm not giving away our tools. So how about I give you all of our bricks at this time? That, of course, suboptimal. What about resin? Not picking your interest as well, huh? Okay, I am prepared to give you some parts. Parts are always valuable, see? Like so. And now, I'll take your obsidian sickles. What are we lacking? We're lacking planks. We are making it happen in the meantime. Alright, lizards, you're up. Once you're done here, you're also getting in there. A little bit more. There. Currently, we're still at hostility level 0, which is good. And the resolve fall-off is manageable so far. Scrolls? We don't need scrolls for now, but we will need coats. The beavers definitely like their coats. Lizards and foxes much less so. However, both lizards and foxes appreciate skewers, the aforementioned shish kebab, as well as a good brawling. At least we can make some jerky in the meantime, just so that our people are not eating raw food. And as mentioned previously, the lizards will like it. There we go. Home is being built. Haven't found any geysers just yet. But that is liable to change. Harvester's camp? Maybe. What do we have here? 3 dwarves and 1 lizard, 12 plant, fiber, 1 pipe, 6 vegetables, or 1 lizard, 2 beavers, with 18 coats. That's much more reasonable. New cornerstones. Lost in the Wilds. Gain 1 villager every time you discover a new glade. Blood price contract. Root delivery line. Now that's decent. And peasant supplies. Receive 3 packs of provision for every new villager. Now that would make wonders together with Lost in the Wilds. We'll go with that one. Okay, beavers are starting to move in. And we can move the woodcutter's camp over here. I think it's about time we started making our way towards that glade. Specifically because it also has a geyser. The queen's impatience keeps on growing, but that's in the manageable so far. Is the lightning for show? So far, yes. So far, yes. And thankfully, if we play our cards right, we won't be hit by the hailstorm. Because hostility level 2 is where things will be downright nasty. I think we can also add another beaver to work in the clothier. Because while one of them makes coats, the other can work on the water skins. The jerky will be distributed soon, which means lizards will like us that much better. Are you lacking resources? Of course you are. Else you wouldn't be complaining, as we're out of insects for jerky. Temporarily. Don't be alarmed. This is only temporary. Ah, there's the farm done. And yes, I think we can specialize that one on grain only for now. Once we get a little more people. Because we will have vegetables to scavenge over here. Almost breached through, so everyone get ready. More unusual decorations. Do we have resources for those? Yeah, those only take wood. Ah, there we go. What do we have? Fuming machinery. To tear that one down, we're gonna need either planks, bricks, and fabric, or some water. Alternatively, we can fix it. We have the tools, but we do not have the water skins. Which means we're gonna need to hurry up. You know, I think the solution is right before our eyes. We need the geyser pump, and we need it yesterday. That one will be for the clearance water, yep. How much time do we have? Oh, we have time. The core of the machinery is unstable and will release a small discharge before the main explosion, destroys deposits and trees, and kills villagers within a 5-field radius. But we will need to hurry up. What orders do we have? Archaeology, 2 ancient tablets, 3 discovered glades. Cut through the forest to discover 1 forbidden glade. No, definitely not. We thought the gray stuff was water. Not the most dumb thing you could have thought of. Or have at least 15 aesthetics decorations. Let's go with that one. Pyromania, burn at least 14 Blackroot cysts. Or archaeology. Let's go with Pyromania. I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry it up a little bit more. Top priority. Planks delivered. On to pipes. While we are waiting, let me check who is making packs of provisions. Obviously, provisioner, manufacturer, and a makeshift post. We don't have provisioner and manufacturer, so we'll have to stick with the makeshift post for now. Okay, good, good. In you go. This'll even improve your mood a little bit. Eight bricks and 20 clearance water. Whenever you're ready. We'll get accumulated dew. Gain 2 crystallized dew for every 10 berries produced. Plus 2 to crystallized dew production. And 5 parts. How are those water skins coming? We don't have leather, so... no. They're not coming along, unfortunately. At least we are making fabric and bricks and planks as well. There we go. Okay, what do we have? Smokehouse, tea house, kiln, and cellar. Now, cellar is good because we do have the majority of beavers and they like their wine. But we will need a structure to distribute that wine, something like a marketplace, and we haven't that unlocked yet. Cellar, of course, also makes pickled goods and jerky. But I am personally more leaning towards kiln because it produces coal. And coal is a much better fuel than just firewood. And it takes bricks. There we go. First batch of pickled goods completed. Goods are being shuffled. Bricks at the ready. Now I just need that clearance water delivered. Hmm. And we got us a new trader, Sahilda. Oh, they reworked her portrait. Can I interest you in something specific? Maybe some delicious grass-capped mushrooms or drizzlewing eggs? We do have packs of provisions, which we're of course holding off on right now. What do you have in amber goods? Ancient sewing techniques, +2 to coats production. Reinforced needles, +2 to fabric production. Blueprints for foragers camp, and a generous donation for some reputation gain. Considering how much wood we have right now, maybe we can just trade wood for flour and make some biscuits. Let's give away half of our current wood reserves. How much flour would that be? All of it. Nice. How are our trade routes looking? Can't send out anything yet, it seems. Because, well, pickled goods are being consumed as we speak. And we haven't grown much grain yet. So, let's get right on it. Almost there. Almost there. The foragers' camp now can be safely moved to gather those vegetables. There's the creeping shadows kicking in. Everyone's resolve is taking a huge hit. On the bright side, the good stuff like food is keeping them in line. How are our herbs reserves looking? Good. Which is precisely why we are making biscuits. We can stop making jerky here because the jerky recipe listed here is much more resource efficient. See? It takes 8 insects and 5 wood to make 10 jerky here, while over here it takes 6 insects or meat and 5 wood. What we do need, however, is some damn insects. And we haven't found much yet. Okay. Go, lizard boy, go. You can make it in time. I believe in you. You are doing perfect. However, we're also going to need to start making some lizard houses. We do have all of the resources we need. Yeah, my kingdom for some bugs. So at least 2 more houses. Like... or even 3. Once we have some free hands to make them. 2, 4, 5. The storm has passed. Who is our newcomers? 1 fox, 2 beavers, 1 lizard, and 5 pipes. Or 1 beaver, 2 foxes, with 12 roots, 12 vegetables, and 6 clay. Let's go with that one. New cornerstone. From the shadows. Confused, empty-eyed creatures emerge from the hearth. Every time Voice of the Sealed Ones triggers after the hearth reaches 100% corruption, 3 new villagers appear in the settlement. Not sure I like it. Frequent caravans. Impatience grows 30% slower for 180 seconds every time you finish a trade route. Decent. Mist Piercers. The contents of the glades will be revealed, but each discovered glade increases the queen's impatience by 0.5. Hunter-gatherers. All camp production is increased by 100%, but all buildings that use fertile soil have their yields decreased by 50%. Don't like it. I think I'm gonna go with frequent caravans. Do we or do we not have enough pickled goods? I think it's time I throw in some help over here. In the meantime, you can start building those lizard houses. Okay, there we go. 2 trade routes can be fulfilled. Specifically those for parts. Okay, I suppose we can do that. Like so. And like so. Not sure that one was beneficial to us, but what can you do? Besides, the routes are not... the trade offers are not permanent, and as you can see, liable to change. Now, what do we need to make more provisions? We obviously need foodstuffs. Herbs, eggs, berries, insects, meat. Building materials are made out of, you guessed it, building materials and copper ore. And packs of crops are made out of roots, mushrooms, grain, and veggies. Our main concern right now, of course, packs of provisions, so that's a balancing act to follow. Almost done. Definitely got that geyser pump working. Can we connect? No, it takes drizzle water. Clothier, however, takes clearance water. With that done, we can finally consider setting up the light post. Because we have the water connected, that means corruption will start popping up sooner rather than later. Oh, and seeing as we... do we have some coal? Not yet. Not yet, we don't. Crying shame. Our trade routes will be done in about 2+ minutes. And that's viewing machinery dealt with, so we can move some stuff away. Another beaver house, just so we don't have homeless people. Boxes, however, are still kinda shafted in terms of housing, because we do not have a reliable source of crystal ore. Let's at least beautify the place a little bit. Water barrels, regular barrels, and where else can we fit? Maybe over here a little bit. Just a big old park next to the clothier. Yeah, that should do it. Priority 3. That with that beaver house being priority 2. And would you look at that, the lizards are now content. So they are slowly adding into reputation. And alakabam! Our hearth is now improved, so everyone is getting a little bit more resolve. To get to the new level, we'll of course need more decorations of the aesthetics and comfort type. Now the aesthetics type take advanced construction resources, of course, as expected. But that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. We've already got 2 of them. Trapper's Camp depleted its deposits, so it's time we move you from here to eggs. Possibly we'll set up the Stonecutter's Camp back so we can start mining that sea marrow. But that would require us to have a bit more people. However, this is just too juicy of a spot to pass up, so we can just have it on standby. What have we here? Cookhouse for advanced production of skewers, biscuits, and pigments. Smokehouse for expert production of jerky, a little bit of pottery and incense. Alchemist's Hut for, there it is, crystallized dew, tea, and wine. That one seems to be the winner for now, and regular old Forager's Camp. I think I am gonna go with Alchemist's Hut. Seems like a solid choice. What does it take? Wine, if memory serves right, is made out of berries. And tea, of course, is made out of herbs. We can have the Alchemist's Hut at least on standby soon. But before I forget, Blight Post up. One new order. Beaver Resolve 30. Open up 6 new glades and have 10 delivered 10 tools, or basic packages. That's a timed one. 20 packs of provisions, 20 packs of crops, and 20 packs of trade goods. Oh, not sure we'll be able to make that one. Secret Mountaintop Brewery. If only. Now, Trailblazing, I like, because +3 to pickled goods production. That's solid. Plus, with some crystallized, you will be finally able to make some fox houses. We already have 10 tools, we just need to open up more glades. And we got us some fairly safe options around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need to get chopping. Well, I make all my illegal peace and shit, mate. I can't talk right now. I'm making piss. Oh, and we also finally have some grain. Let's look at our trade routes. We can deliver planks, we can deliver clay, and we can deliver bricks. If we go with +2, planks seems like a no-brainer choice, but we'll of course need more planks. And it pays the most out of all of them. Planks 5 amber, clay 4 amber, and bricks 3 amber. We just need more planks. How much planks do we have right now? 18. Just a little bit more. More planks. I just need to have more planks. I just need more planks, god damn it. Get to work. And since this is a fire-related job, the lizard at the Blight Post will absolutely love it. 10 wood, or 4 oil, or 3 sea marrow, or 3 coal, into 1 purging fire. The lizards love it here, it looks like. And the beavers are just a little bit out of reach for that contentedness. Stop. We do not want to discover everyone just yet. And there it is. There's the corruption. Right at Clothier. Get to it. Get to burning. Off you go. Chop, chop. Burn away those Blightrot cysts. It is, after all, our objective. There. Good lizard. If we keep it up, we'll hit our production quota in no time at all. Almost. Is it still there? Unfortunately, it has already expired. But what can you do? Gotta have a little bit of everything, as I mentioned. We can probably hold off on packs of provisions for now. We can start making at least packs of crops and packs of building materials. At least 6 each. In the meantime, we can mark down the paths we want to bust down with our woodcutters. Here we go. Another trader, Old Farluf. Yeah, he definitely got a new portrait. What do you got? Building materials, burn, fuel, tools. That's appreciated. What do you have in terms of upgrades? Shovels, villagers move 10% faster on roads. Advanced coopering, +2 to barrels production. Beaver clan support, +3 to beavers resolve. And tool shop, for the production of tools, pipes, and barrels. That is tempting. But instead, I think I'm just gonna take half of your crystallized dew. Oh, that is expensive. Then we can take it down to 10. 10 should be good enough. For the houses. Instead, I am prepared to offer you all of our resin, plus a little bit of our water skins. And fine, you get me there. I'll throw in some bricks as well. Like so. Okay. And I'll also take those shovels. Thank you for your patronage. What do we got? 3 beavers, 2 lizards. Come with 18 clay, 12 grain. Or 3 beavers, 1 lizard, 1 fox with 12 herbs, 12 berries, 1 amber. Now that's tempting. I think I am going to go with beavers and lizards. Any new cornerstones? Surprise child. Gain 1 lizard for every 25 eggs produced. Vineyard Town. The settlement specializes in wine production. Gain +1 to beaver resolve for every 70 wine produced. Grain delivery line for +3 grain per minute. That's solid. Or filling dish. Porridge production increases by +1 for every 150 units of drizzle water produced. Well, we don't produce drizzle water yet. We gotta start making porridge, however. So I think I'm gonna go with grain delivery line. Now, as for porridge, we're gonna use our clearance water. And now the foxes are content as well. What do we have? Ooh, another fertile soil and a small abandoned cache. Start mining, gentlemen. Now, your job here is done for now, so you are being transferred over here. You can finish clearing the road later. We are, however, getting dangerously close to hitting hostility level 2. And that's trouble. So, well, in order to offset the hostility of the forest, we need to clear away enough of the forest so we can set up another hearth. Queen's impatience also seems to be taking a hit at it, so it's a game of balance. What can we send out? Sea marrow, pipes, tools, bricks. Let's go with bricks. Those pay especially well. Where was I? Right. We can set up a bench here. And another one right around here. Plus, what do we have in regards to decorations aesthetics? Which one was that? Ah, there it is. That big old garden. And that one should count as 4 based on its size. Alright. Got us another... Gonna get us a drizzle water geyser, actually. That's good. Good. Time to move you over here now. And start working on that way in. That's 1/3 glades discovered. And now our hearth is at level 2, a neighborhood. To get us to level 3 we need 2 more people, 1 service building, And a lot more decorations. Now of the Harmony variety. And Harmony variety will be over here. And that one, those take all 3 building materials. They're definitely not cheap, but they may be worth it. What do we got? Ranch that can produce meat, leather, and eggs. That's solid. Herb garden for production of roots and herbs. Trapper's camp for an expansion on our current small trapper's camp. And distillery, which can produce wine, porridge, and barrels. Now, both ranch and distillery are tempting. I'll give you that. But I will need to let me think about it. Let's go with the ranch. And we can place it down somewhere around... maybe around here, once we have cleared this out. You guys have practically cleared out everything in here. Those berry bushes take herbalist's camp to clean up. And the flax field, of course, takes harvesters. So we can deactivate the forager's camp and get the harvester camp up and running. You guys definitely are working. Another quest done. What do we have? There we go, some service buildings. Temple fulfills needs for religion, education. Tavern, luxury and leisure. Tea doctor, treatment and brawling. And bakery, makes biscuits, pie, and pottery. I think we can go with a bakery for this one, because it's... we do not have anything that can be provided for in here. With the exception of education. That would be scrolls. And we do not have anything that can produce incense for now. A tavern, of course, will consume both wine and ale for leisure and luxury. And a tea doctor will obviously take up training equipment and tea. So the bakery seems like the best choice, especially because it can produce both biscuits much more effective than field kitchen, and it can produce pies and pottery. Lizards eat pies. However, we need to be on the lookout for something that can produce wine, because both lizards, or rather both foxes and beavers, like their wine. For now, let's chance our reroll. Forester's Hut, Cookhouse, Weaver, and Clan Hall. Weaver it is then. Although skewers might not be the worst option. Let's go with a cookhouse. Might need to set up another small warehouse over here. and set up a new production center right in the middle of it all. You lot keep on working. And you lot keep on harvesting. Especially because once the clearance season is over, all of that just disappears. Now, before I forget, we do have materials now to make fox houses. As well as the rest of those present. Like so, and final lizard house. But we still need fabric for that one, and fabric is being worked on. Which is precisely why we're gathering flax. Put your backs into it, mes amis. Foxes are content, yet again. Hopefully this will last for as long as it needs to. Might as well crank this up all the way. That's another glade opened up. What do we have? Ooh, a rain pond drill. If we disassemble it, we just get some crystallized dune tools, but if we activate it, will get us the 2 to 3 coal veins nearby. Just for that extra bit of copper or iron. Most likely copper in this case. Come on, come on, come on. We're running behind on schedule a little bit. Then this fulfill the housing need. Okay, that makes things a little bit better. However, okay, there we go. Not as bad as it could be now. Mitigate it. Our 2 final orders. Deeper into the wilds, find 5 ancient tablets, or stone roads. We don't have the stone, so obviously we're going a bit deeper into the wilds. And infused rainwater, 100 clearance water, 100 storm water. Or lizard majority. I'm gonna go with infused rainwater. Because while we haven't found the Stormwater Geyser yet, we have ways of just making it happen. And that would be through that rain collector. Also stop. Do not tear that down just yet. 4, 5. And we might chance it with that dangerous glade. Nothing for you to gather so far. Stay deactivated. Honestly, for someone that hasn't played this game for a couple of months now, I'm doing surprisingly good. Even if a little bit less quick than I'd like to. Anything we can deliver. Meat, pipes, and coats. 19 coats for 4 amber. You kidding me? That's not happening. Now 6 bricks for 4 amber I can consider. As well as that resin. We don't have use for it yet. Quick bit of 4 amber. Just a quick bit of amber. A side hustle, if you will. Actually, believe it or not, I used to be much worse in that game. In the sense that I would simply rush things through without thinking them through. And that was on much lower difficulties, believe it or not. Right now I'm a veteran, and just stopping and thinking through the next steps generally helps. Wait, are we finally running low on... We are. That means we gotta stop burning firewood. Okay, what newcomers do we got? Ooh, a lot of people here. 3 lizards, 3 foxes, 1 beaver, with 11 coal, 2 tools, and 12 grain. Or 4 lizards, 1 beaver, 2 foxes with 42 reed. That's a lot of people. I'm gonna go with the first option. Any new cornerstones? Work safety guide. Every villager with their need for education fulfilled increases global production speed by 5%. Trade hub. The settlement is known for being a major trade hub in the region. 1 reputation point every time you sell goods worth 60 amber, but fulfilling orders awards 50% less reputation. And urban planning. For every 10 completed trade routes, all houses will have room for 1 more person. Now that's perfect for us. We are already on the down low in regards to trade routes, however. Now we can start fulfilling them just for the sake of it. Like so. Times 4. Alright, back to it in discovering glades. You lot keep on working. Now we can also finally set up that ranch I was talking about. This way. With a nice road leading to both of them. Anything interested in here? No, just a couple of sea marrow and eggs deposits. All right with me. We will need to construct a couple more houses sooner rather than later. Especially one more beaver house. What do we got? Vliss Greybone. You definitely look different than I remember. What do you got? Furniture. +1 to resolve for villagers with a home. Another generous donation. Blueprints for Scribe, who produces scrolls, ale, and tools. And Metallurgic Proficiency. Increases the production speed for copper bars, crystallized dew, and all recipes that use metal ingots by 33%. I think I am going to go with that one. Oh, actually with furniture. That one looks good. We can definitely sell off some coats. At least half of them, because good god, we have a lot of them. A little bit of purging fire, just so we can fulfill that order. Now, plant fiber and flax and grain for meat. Also plant fiber for leather and grain for eggs. Lizards will definitely be working out fine in there. And now it should be self-fulfilling. Now, where was I? Right. One more lizard, one more beaver home. We can clear out some place over here to put some more homes. Lizard homes specifically. And we got enough materials to build 2 more fox houses as needed. We can consider setting up a second woodcutter's camp, even though the forest wouldn't like it. However, seeing as we're running low on wood, that is definitely something that we will need sooner or later. Besides, some wood already needs clearing out. We're definitely having a lot more idle hands than usual, thanks to the influx of all the people. So we're not hurting for construction workers. Time to put them all to work. You're done here? Good. Back to eggs you go. That's another reputation point fulfilled. Come on, one more point and we'll be able to... Yeah, the feeling of excess manpower. We're definitely in the mid-game right now. And, surprisingly, we are not running out of food. What can we deliver? Coal, bricks, and grain. Let's go with bricks, just to be on the safe side, even though it's 4 bricks for 2 amber. I can do it like that. 8 coal for 4 amber. 13 grain and 2 provision packs. Oh, Mudskip definitely makes a better point, so... like that. Keep working on that clearance water. Okay, what do we have here? That's Dangerous Glade and Open Vault. We can either perform a ritual with increased hostility while we're at it. That takes either resin, scrolls, incense, tea, and or oil. We're just out of resin, and we have just enough oil. But that would give us fragrant roots, 3 incense for every 10 roots produced, 30 leather, and 3 ancient tablets, which is what we need. If we bury the entrance, which will take building materials, this will be Ominous Whispers. All woodcutters and gatherers get a -12 penalty to resolve. Just for a little bit of reputation. I think we'll go with Perform the Ritual. We are not gonna wait on resin, so you all it is. Off you go, people. Make me proud. Any new unlocks? Trapper's Camp, Herbalist's Camp, Herb Garden, or Beanery. For production of porridge, pickled goods, and crystallized dew. I think I'm gonna go with Herb Garden, actually. Because we got plenty of fertile ground to go around. We can dedicate this particular bit to growing roots. We will need them. Well, as well as herbs, provided we'll have a building that produces tea. And that large encampment will give us, what? 2 lizards, 2 foxes. That is also something to consider. Okay, the ritual is being performed. If we were to fail, that would set off a small miasma bomb, which would kill every living being in that radius. Nasty. Ah, now I remember what we'll need herbs or roots for. Yeah, herbs. Packs of provisions. We can't survive solely on goodwill of newcomers to provide us with those, so that is definitely something. Oh, and of course, cannot forget to actually set up the rain collector. We still need to sort out our stormwater income. Almost done? Almost done. Well, halfway there. They are working fast, because it's their specialty. Each Scout Fox assigned to a Glade event reduces its working time by 5%. So it definitely shaved off some time there. Best to work it through right now while we are in the graceful period. Let's call it that. Besides, as mentioned before, we do need those tablets. One more person into the kiln. We need to ramp up our production. And we still need a lot more woodcutters. And just like that, we are at hostility level 5, which means Cloudburst should be activated soon. Come on, I'm sure we'll be able to hit it before I start dipping into the negatives in Resolve. Can't make it through on this one just yet. Almost. Almost. Okay. The resolve can start picking itself up. I don't like it that the lizards are not content with it. We're gonna need to set up that field kitchen. Well, not the field kitchen, but the cookhouse. Otherwise, we are in trouble. Not quite. Time to hit the button. Payments for maintenance, huh? Auto payment. Instant. Harvester's camp is done here, so we can move on to the bigger deposits of flax. Almost there, almost there. Do not leave just yet. I need you. Can stop showing blatant favoritism. And there. Whew. That was certainly a bit of a pucker factor, but we survived through it. Export specialization, +1 to all production yields for all packs of goods. That sounds enticing. Surprised child, metallurgic proficiency, or crowded caravan. Each newcomer group has 2 additional villagers. Honestly, let's go with export specialization. Now, over here, we are gonna be growing only roots. Oh, and of course, newcomers. 2 beavers, 4 foxes, 2 lizards with 48 insects, finally, or 2 lizards, 2 beavers, 2 foxes with 10 planks, 4 pipes, and 18 insects. Let's go with that one. That's the final glade opened up. Yeah, land shrimp. Now we can just clear off a little bit of land over here for easy access. And we'll be growing roots here, so we'll be growing herbs over here. Like that. Okay, and we can finally activate our forager's camp back. So we can gather us some more roots. Yeah, give me a second there. You will be moving over to once again meat production. Like so. Yeah, you will be going with roots. You will be going with copper ore and bricks. Should be good. Alright. Anything else that we've forgotten to build? Possibly smelter. And there's also supplier for flour production, but then again, we already have a rain mill, so no need to go for that just yet. And there's also the cookhouse we need to consider. New trader, Sothur the Ancient. Specialized boots, woodcutters move 20% faster. Spiced ale, +5 to resolve when under the effect of leisure. Secret techniques of the Firekeeper. Fuel consumption in hearths is decreased by 25%. Or specialized mining. +1 to coal production. Now, while it says specialized mining, but of course it's from every source. Gathering, farming, or production. I think I'm gonna go with that one. And specialized boots because we are always running low on wood. Other than that, I think a little bit of herbs. And by a little, I mean I'll take your entire stock. And I'll trade it for some purging fire. Thank you for your business. Okay, we are up on drizzle water. But what we do need is storm water. Storm water shouldn't be hard to come by as soon as the storm hits. Now, what was I going to ask? Ah, right. Once that tree is down, we can safely set up our cookhouse right here. Then we'll finally start making skewers so that our foxes and lizards are even more satisfied. Oh, what would I give for either a cellar or another building that can produce wine? Yeah, quality of life. And as you can see, with each year, their expectations grow up. So we need to keep satisfying them. For that quality of life boost from the resolve. Okay, to make skewers, we need insects, we need either insects, jerky, meat, or mushrooms, and either vegetables, eggs, roots, or berries. I'm gonna go with vegetables and berries, and either insects or jerky. And finally, there's the pigments, which we can later turn into something else, or at least sell them. I think we can afford to make pigments out of copper ore, at least for now. Oh, and of course, flour. That's when we need to construct our rain mill as well. And now we are suddenly starting to run low on manpower once again. I don't think we need that many people working in the Blight Post. And you, I suppose, can be temporarily switched over to Sea Marrow. Now our woodcutters just go zip-zoom all across the settlement. Huh, we can definitely make at least a couple more fox houses. Now, specialization bonus. Engineering, comfortable, farming proficiency. So, if we were to stick a beaver here, he would like working here. So maybe we can pull a little switcheroo over here. Like that. Keep working on those homes. They won't build themselves, you know? Even though I wish they would. That would make our lives certainly easier. And a final beaver house can be stuck over here. Off to bed. Good luck and have fun. Thank you. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And hopefully we'll be able to discuss any newcomer or any new people tomorrow. Good night. We can at least finish this run during the stream. Ah, there we go. There it is. The cellar. Oh, how I've been waiting on you. Alternatively, we can go for apothecary. But, no. Definitely cellar, since wine is enjoyed by both beavers and foxes. And we can stick it over here. Ooh. Keep burning those blight rot cysts. And we keep gathering that storm water. Dead yet? No one's dead yet. Okay. Cysts are being popped, that means the beavers are getting a little better. Maybe once we pop the last cyst, the lizard's resolve will improve as well. Ah, there we go. That's that 5% proc. We were a little bit late. Okay, at least everyone else is safe now. Come on, come on. We can make it through without further casualties. There. Upcoming payment. Pay at the last minute. What's our new cornerstone? Clay delivery line, tanning racks, +2 leather production. Training grounds. The settlement specializes in training gear production. +1 to lizard resolve for every 70 training gear produced. Or bed and breakfast. Gain 10 amber every time a trader arrives. We do have training gear production, right? Let me check. Training gear, training gear. Yeah, 2 stars production. That should be our... no, not supplier. Not the alchemist's hut. That's... shelter, yes. I think it's time we finally made use of it. So, the choice is clear. Training grounds. And let's see... what else can we supply? 20 copper ore and 3 packs of provisions for 8 amber. Fine. 1 pack of building materials and 2 packs of provisions for 2 amber? Definitely not. Now, 9 clay and 1 pack of provisions for 4 amber, that's a bit better. However, I'm gonna go with this one. 14 water skins and 1 pack of provisions for 7 amber. What newcomers we got? 4 foxes and 2 lizards with 60 reed. Or 3 foxes, 2 beavers and 3 lizards with 4 copper bars, 18 plant fiber and 12 stone. I am gonna go with this one. Under the circumstances, we are almost good to set up our new hearth. If we were to set it up over here... this should work, I suppose. Training gear, I've made out of stone, crystallized dew, or copper bars. Like so. And you can stop making biscuits over here. You can start busting on through to this glade. And you are once again on tree cleanup duty. Specialization bonus is brewing, which is where humans would have been comfortable working at. But alas, we do have a glut of foxes. So let's see, wine is made out of, as I mentioned, berries or reed or mushrooms. 2 water skins. pickled goods. Let's compare. Pickled goods here. Take 7 of foodstuffs and 3 water skins. Pickled goods here take a little less. 6 of foodstuffs and 3 water skins. Plus, we get 13 here, 13 here as well. And of course, jerky. Do we produce jerky here? We don't produce jerky here. We instead produce jerky here. So there is no need to produce jerky in the cellar as well. Are there any stuff that take up drizzle water? I suppose it should be the cookhouse. Yeah, it is the cookhouse. Might as well. Oh, and of course, another geyser pump on the drizzle water source. As well as a small hearth right here. That should be good. After that, what are we lacking? We do have wildfire essence, but we are lacking planks. Get me another lizard house in the meantime. Hello, Bliss Glaybone. Always happy to see you here. What do you get? Long-term contract. +2 resolve from the comfortable perk. I'll take it. Ways of the Forest. Lowers hostility by 50 points. Thank you. Archaeological tools. 20 pottery every time you discover a new glade. Sure, why not? And. I am not sure you get anything that might interest me otherwise for now. While we're at it, let's get rid of some of those stashes that we've been neglecting. So far, so good. So far, so good. Just need 2 more ancient tablets. Which means that... Ooh, that's the Forbidden Glade. That's another Forbidden Glade, so I suppose we can break into this dangerous glade instead. Who wants to be? Of course it's you. Do we have enough? Ooh, we are running low on planks. What is consuming planks, by the way? I suppose it's got to be... Not you, where was it? Yeah. Yeah. It's this. With that out of the way, we should now be able to start working on those fox houses. At least like so. What will it take to get you admitted? 2 lizards, 2 foxes, huh? Maybe after the storm. Can you get this glade open before the storm season hits? I don't think you can. Okay. Only 1 potential casualty remains. But hopefully this can be resolved sooner rather than later. Okay, you're done here, perfect. Move on to these eggs. Come on. Nobody will die. Nobody will die. Once again, do not burn wood here. And we should be good. Yeah. The resolve is not full enough, hard enough for us to bother with that. Alright. Another year survived. Value-added tax. Packs of trade goods are worth 25% more when sold through trade routes or directly to traders. Friendly relations. Boosts global resolve by 1 for every 3 levels of standing with other settlements in trade routes. The bonus is added retroactively. Expected gain 1. Another export specialization, or Firekeeper's Armor. Allows Firekeepers to combat corruption more effectively. Every burn cyst removes an additional 50 corruption. I think I'm gonna go with expert specialization again. That's Pyromania done. And now we can invite those people in. Who are the newcomers? 2 beavers, 4 foxes, 1 lizard. 18 plant fiber, 18 mushrooms, 7 planks. Or 3 lizards, 4 beavers, 1 fox, 24 reed, 5 tools. Let's go with that one. In the meantime, get me another lizard house. Almost done with storing stormwater, so I think it only goes up to 50. So we'll need another rain collector. Let's look what we can add around for those aesthetics. 1, 2, 3. Four. 5, 6, 7, 8. And that would mean 3 more needed. If my calculations are correct. Does that one count? That one counted. Okay. Maybe some flower beds around. Kinda like 1, 2, 3. And that should be enough. You guys are still mining here, that's good. And we are done with aesthetics. Please, let there be a service building. Tea house produces tea, porridge, and water skins. Smithy produces tools, pipes, and packs of trade goods. Bakery produces biscuits, pie, and pottery. And provisioner produces flour, barrels, and packs of provision. Please give me a service building. Tea doctor. Fine. That is fine, considering we're gonna need to get our people trading, or rather brawling, anyway. Let's just do a bit of a reshuffle. We're gonna put in another... was it here, small warehouse over here, and that would mean, oh, I can't move the clothier. But I can move the trading post somewhere inoffensive right there. And now I can finally have the tea doctor over here as soon as we clear out this little bit of forestation. In the meantime, how many houses do we need? And will we have enough resources for them? I think we will. Okay, so Thor, do you have tools? You don't, but what you do have is interesting. Builder's pack, any builder can carry 10 additional items. Another specialized mining, blueprints for tinctury, produces ale, wine, and pigments. And blood price contract. I suppose we can go for specialized mining. And that should be it for now. Let's break it open. What do we have here? Oh, an obelisk. If we were to make an offering, it would be a nifty aesthetics building. So why not? Now, can we get that tea doctor in here? I think we can. We just need more resources. And before I forget, more houses as well. I think you can stop making coats for now, thank you. But we can sell all those pigments we have stockpiled. At 3 markup. 18 amber. Plus a little bit of those training gear. And ale. We have that as well. And that's 3 active roots. Done. Okay, you are done over here, that's good. Move on to those roots. can be moved as well. Do we have anyone else that makes planks? We do. That's supplier. You can be moved over here in the meantime. Hopefully this won't be too sudden, let's put it this way. And now it's finally time to expand our number of light fighters. Just as I have feared. On the bright side, we are battling corruption decently. We just need to stockpile more stormwater and we'll be done with one of our penultimate orders. Making my way downtown. And I need you. And I want you. And there. Any new cornerstones? Ah, there we go. Advanced herbalism. Now that's pretty good. Time to get people in here. And we can service at least brawling. Hello, newcomers. 2 lizards, 2 beavers, 5 foxes with 22 bricks. 1 fox, 1 lizard, 5 beavers, 24 stone, 10 bricks, 11 coal. That's much better. Fine, you can go back and working on coats. How's our leather looking? It's looking fine. So do eggs. With any luck, we'll be able to finish this in the next year. We just need more planks. And since we got all 3 positions filled in, we got Vitality. A rich diet is beneficial for your villagers' health. +1 to global resolve for every 200 times any complex food need is fulfilled. The bonus is added retroactively. Finally broke through here. What do we got? Altar of Decay and an abandoned plantation. We're gonna rebuild it, of course. Okay, if we are tearing it down, hostility is increased by 30 points for every wildfire essence stored in the settlement's warehouse. We get 30 boxes of grain and 2 chests of ancient tablets. If we perform the ritual, horrible sacrifices are offered to the creatures trapped beneath the ancient seals. Perhaps this will keep them at rest for a while longer. Pray this never reaches the queen's ears. Kills 1 random villager. Converted Altar of Decay counts as a harmony decoration. I'm gonna go with tear it down. Gotta do it quickly. Okay, you're finally done here, which means we can move you here. This shouldn't take too long. Perfect. Excuse me about that. With that order finally fulfilled, about deeper into the wilds, we'll be able to finish this campaign. Now, these Celestial Broodmothers, of course, need bigger hunter camps, or the trappers camps, which we do not have at this time. Oh, and some Bleeding Tooth mushrooms. That one needs an herbalist camp, while we have only small herbalists camp, if I recall correctly. Let's see here. Yeah, small herbalists camp. Unfortunate, but what can you do? Maybe at another time. You guys keep on working. Hey, with any luck, we'll make it happen in these cycles. Within these 2 cycles. With any luck being, of course, a very strenuous offer. What can we sell? I think I'm gonna go with water skins for this one. Just because we can. Plus that clay. And copper ore. You're done here, perfect. And there we go, settlement complete. I got a 70 food stockpiles and 3 seal fragments. Not too bad, if I do say so myself. Job well done. The settlement of Beaverbrook will certainly make good. Next time, I'm thinking we go to these flooded mines. This region was heavily exploited by other viceroys. Hostility doesn't grow with each passing year, but you'll gain 2 more hostility points per villager. per annum. Can we open up anything else? If only we had a little bit more of either machinery or artifacts. But as it stands right now, we can get us a brass forge level 8. Production speed increase and embarkation bonus parts. That's brass forge level 8. And what we do need at the moment, we are going to find in our travels. Anything interesting back home? I suppose we're doing fine. Hope you do too, Aunt Lori. Any unclaimed deeds? I don't suppose so. What daily expedition do you have? Once per day you can join the Royal Expedition and venture into the strangest of lands where the ancient seals are broken and reality has been distorted. Another viceroy tried to settle this area, but unfortunately failed. He started with a small destroyed settlement in your initial glade. The soil is too acidic, there is no fertile soil anywhere in this region. The monks of the Holy Flame are a fanatically egalitarian order. You cannot forbid consumption or favor any species. We start with foxes and humans. Blight, rot, and corruption on veteran difficulty. Maybe next time. Considering our successes so far, it's been a pretty productive city building. So, in that case, I'd like to thank you all for attending tonight's stream. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. On that note, thank you for coming, and see you all next time. Peace out.